at night, and the time is right for us to play some Obra Dinn. Oh, the audio. The audio is so loud. How do they do it? How do they do it? Alright. Let's begin the din. We've played 4 hours, 16 minutes. We've solved 27 fates. That's pretty good. It's a good start. I've lost all my contextual memory about what I was doing. And that's the right way to do it. I think we know who all the seamen are. Which means we can move on to some other people. The passengers, the topmen, we know all the seamen. We don't know what happened to all of them, but we know, a lot of stuff. The Russians were the ones who got dragged overboard. Topmen, we know the midshipmen. The stewards, we can figure that out, you would think. Those passengers, we know who they are. Yeah, we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. So, I think if we look at our crew manifest, one of the things we don't know is which of this guy or this guy or this guy is the fourth officer. This guy, I think, is going to be the gunman's mate, or whatever. The gunner's mate. Because look how he's standing. He's standing there, next to the gunner. So therefore, that's going to be the fourth officer. Well, we don't know for sure. But I think it's promising that that's the gunner's mate. How can we confirm that is the question. Because we need to figure out... Yeah. So it's the third mate. That's the second mate. So I think the first mate wears that hat. So I do think, just by looking at the hats, I think we can intuit this is the fourth mate. Which then means this is the gunner's mate. Which makes this probably the fourth mate's officer. This is one of the ones who snuck away on the boat. Because who else could he be? The fourth mate's steward, sorry. He was the one who escaped on the boat. So who's this guy? He perished in Soldiers of the Sea. He's probably some kind of topman. Or he's the carpenter, maybe. I don't know who this is either. Or that. Okay. Yeah, I think... Is this some steward? Why do we think this is a steward? Because he's in the memory where he chopped someone's friggin' arm off or something. Let's go look at that one. No, not that one. No, that one. This one. Let's look at this memory. This memory is at the cargo hold down there. Okay. As we've collected all the ghosts of the crew, it's so creepy. Is it this one? It is. So his arm was chopped off. So that's why we think he's an unknown steward. Is because 20 years my steward. I mean, that's the captain speaking, right? Could it be anyone else? Does anyone else have a steward? No. So it is the captain's steward. Okay. Or the ship's steward. What is the ship's steward? I wonder. And what happened to this guy? We don't know. It's so interesting. We just don't know what happened to him. Okay. But that's fine.
All's fine, John. Heading westwards, I think.
And these people are like, nothing to see here, nothing to see here. Oh, that's right. This was the one where the fish collapsed. This guy was hit by a flying fish. Forgot about that one. Wait, so... who's that guy? Why are these three carrying this? Where are we in the timeline right now? We're in Unholy Captives. Right. Right. Interesting. Okay. So I think that means we can now solve another set of deaths, which we've been looking to solve for a little while, which is the death of one of the midshipmen. Specifically, the death of you.
Oh, no.
Not only were you knifed, you were knifed by the gunner's mate. Is that right? Olus Whiter? This guy?
Don't leave me.
Bear up, son. I'll stay with you.
Yep.
Tell Pete's mother.
You were shot with a gun by this man,
Aye.
who is the fourth mate.
Pull him back.
Perfect. Yes, good. I'm glad we got their names right. Bit of a guess, but not a guess. Kind of a assumed deduction based on their hats, really. Which means we're now at 30 deductions.
See,
So who's next? Let's go here. So the thing that I'm struggling with is I just don't know how to do these disappearances. Like, I'm most likely sure they're alive, but we just don't know where. And I don't know when I'm ever going to find that out, you know? Like, is there a time where I can go and see where people have ended up? Or I guess I just have to say something else. So this unknown topman, who is this topman? How can we figure out which topman he is? Oh great, we've got some spam in chat. It's fun. Oh, there's the ban button. And there's another one. Great. Good. And back to the game. So we need to figure out the topman. So we've got Maba from New Guinea. Well, I mean, he does kind of have like what I would call tribal tattoos. So let's bookmark his memories and see if we find anything that's really specific to him. So let's go. Let's see. So he's featured in here. I guess he's present at this point. That just means he's asleep. That's okay. He's present here. He's on the top sail when this guy gets electrocuted. He's here when the guy's clawed by a terrible beast. He's here when Sprat is crushed. Which is interesting. I guess he might be asleep when Sprat is crushed. Let's chase that down. That might be a good lead. So let's go to Sprat shitting himself. Where's the exit door? Here it is. Okay. Let's watch Sprat shit himself and see what we get from that. Because looking at the sleeping bunks was how I figured out a lot of the crew deaths. So I think that's actually been pretty helpful. A lot of the seamen's names was from looking at the bunks. In this exact memory. Because a lot of people are asleep. So the topmen are what numbers? The topmen are from 36 to 45. So 43, 44, they were here and in bed. So therefore we can figure out who was at least alive at this point. Right, so 48, 49 were alive, 36 was alive, so Omid was alive, 48 and 49 were alive. So which topman had died at this point? How do we know that? Let's first take note of which topmen were alive at this point, because that will help us figure some stuff out. So, our alive topmen were 48, 49, 36. Okay. 43, 44. Okay. 45 is a topman, right? Yep. Oh, sorry. 48 and 49 aren't topmen. They're seamen. Okay, so we can ignore them. 45 was alive, though. 45 is alive. $41, which is you, and 41 was alive, and this guy was alive. So this guy is not. This guy is this guy a topman? We don't know. Okay. And then who's this? 45 we've got. 41 we can ignore. That's X. 56, 57. We don't need to worry about those. We've already got you two, haven't we? You're the third man. You're the third steward. Yep, cool. So That leaves us... We are now missing 36. Omid. Oh no, sorry, we've got 36. We're missing 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. And 42. Well, we know who Nicholas is. He's already been found. Don't know how we figured that out, but that's fine. So, the other topman who died before this point that we're at right now, which is here. So, about half our topmen died before this point. So let's check that out. So, this unknown soul could be a topman. That's an unknown topman who was decapitated. And we think he might be one of the Chinese topmen. So 38, 39, 40. Because all the Chinese topmen had died by this point. Okay. And he's speaking Chinese, so he is one of the Chinese topmen. So we can kind of cross him out. Let's cross out 38, 39, or 40. So who are we trying to figure out? Sorry, we're trying to figure out... We don't know this man, do we? An unknown fate. Oh, he was the one who was at the cannon when it exploded. So this is a topman that died. That's 36, 43, 44, 45. So what have we got there? 36. Omid. 43, 44, 45. So he's not 45 though. We know who 45 is, so we've crossed that off. So it's either 36, 43, or 44. Now my money's on Maba because he has kind of the tribal tattoos. I think I know Omid as well. Looks like this. Just kind of based off of racial profiling of a man that I suspect to be Persian. So they're kind of all hanging out. Who's this guy? We don't know. So then, okay, let's just make some assumptions. I think this is going to be Maba. I think this is going to be Omid. And that leaves us with one topman who's alive at this point, number 43. Sorry, 44, Lewis Walker. So Lewis Walker is a topman. So let's find another topman that died after this point. Was it you? You're unknown. Who are you? You're unknown too, are you? No, you're Whaley. So we should be able to see another topman that died kind of not here, kind of around here. So who could it be? I mean, this is him. So this is going to be number 44. Who's Timothy Buteman? He was already dead by this point. Is that right? Yes. Alright, cool. We've just deduced 3 more topmen. So now the only other topmen we have that we haven't figured out are the 3 Chinese topmen. So we've got to figure out the 3 Chinese topmen, and we've got to figure out number 37, Timothy Buteman, Oh, so we've got Wei Li already. We figured out who he is. We just don't know his fate. So, and 44. So, okay, so we just need to find... So there should be one other topman who's Scottish. We don't really know what happened to him. So, is he one of our unknown topmen? That's him, is it? No, let's see. Let's see him in the picture. Yeah, that's him, isn't it? So we've got our Chinese topman somewhere. Maybe that's him. That's one of our Chinese topmen. Yeah. So that's one of our Chinese topmen, Wei Li. Okay, so we are missing some Chinese topmen then. Could be one of you. We've got one. But we're missing two others, so maybe these two guys. Who are you? Unholy captives. Okay, so you are speaking Chinese, so you're one of our Chinese topmen. Say unknown topman. Great. So we now have so you're one of the Chinese topmen, as are you. And how about you? You died saying the fuse. Okay, so we don't know if you're a Chinese topman. And how about you? Oops, sorry. Well, we're getting closer to figuring out the last topman, but I think we can leave that for now then. Because we'll find him. The second mate steward, Samuel Galligan. How are we going to find you? And the ship's steward, Zungi Sathi. We've got the carpenter and the carpenter's mate. The bosun's mate. So the bosun's mate is Charles Minor. So what we know about him is he was ripped in half by a beast. And that's why we thought it was Marba for a long time. Because Marba's the other person that we know got torn in half by a beast. I think if we go to the Doom, we might see the man who got ripped in half by the beast. So let's do that. I think we want to go to maybe here. No. We want to be on the main deck. Let's look at Peter Milroy. So let's go up there. Oh wait, we're in a memory right now. God. Hard to keep track sometimes, isn't it? So yes, the bosun's mate was torn in half by a beast. We know that because when the bosun died, somebody said to him, "Oh, your French fellow, your French mate was, you know, torn by a beast." So it's pretty clear cut. Okay, let's look at this one. So not at this point. This was too late in the day, wasn't it? Or too early in the day. Let's go further forward. So perhaps it'll be the point at which Marbar was torn in half. Is that this? Nope. Marbar. This is Marbar. Yep, okay, let's look here. So, a friendly fellow tried to help Marbar, the seaman, George Shirley. Martin's up to something. A gun's being thrown to the bosun. Oh yeah, so the gunner's mate is throwing a gun. That makes sense. I'd allow that. Who are you? Midshipman. That's the fourth mate, okay. A topman, Volkov. Marbar's about to be torn in half. Whaley. Okay, so that's fine. So let's go to Abigail's death then. Abigail's death might be the key one here. Because that is a man in the process of being torn in half. The helmsman. Finley Dalton, the helmsman. Why do we think it's the helmsman? Because he's touching the helm. I mean, that is fair, but maybe wrong. Because I think the only reason we think that is because he's got his hand on the helm, which, I mean, is fair, but, I mean, he is clearly in the process of being ripped in half. So I actually think we're going to change him. I think we're going to make him Charles Minor, and we're going to say, torn apart by a beast. No, by a beast. So, let's just double check that by looking at his other appearances. So he appears at that one, obviously, and he appears here. Why? Let's look at that one. 2. I can't see anyone else who's in the process of being torn apart, so I think that's good. That seems good to me. So then let's go to this death on the main deck. Oop. Which is, oh, we're downstairs, are we? Downstairs there. Okay. Good. So, downstairs. All the way at the other end. In here. Is it? Oh yeah. Cool.
On your toes. Here.
Yeah, so this is the second mate.
Lift and lower the boats. The whole crew will be on us.
Give it up!
the helmsman here at this point? The bosun's mate, we think, is here. He's been hit with a spear. Sorry, who are you? We know who you are, you're Ben. That's interesting. We know he's the one of the Chinese topmen because he goes with them. Okay, so I think it means we do have all three Chinese topmen. We've got you. I don't remember exactly why we think you're a Chinese topman, but we do. So then who's the other topman? Oh, you. You are one of the Chinese topmen. So this is... That unknown topman is going to be Timothy Butement. So you speak Chinese. He speaks Chinese in his death. Yep. Who's talking to him? Chio Tan. So Chio Tan is talking as well. Oh no. Okay, anyway, they're both talking. I guess. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe you're not talking in that memory. Maybe we should go check it out. Okay. So interesting. Oh, that was the hanging of Oxen Lao. Lars is there. This is Peter Milroy. Okay. So you, who we think is the bosun's mate, is here. I think that's right. I mean, but you are standing by the wheel. I mean, like, could you just be the helmsman? If you're not the helmsman, where's the bosun? Who could the bosun's mate be? Who are you? Let's find you. Let's find out who you are. You are spiked by a beast. Yeah, I think finding out who you are is going to be helpful. So you're here. In fact, this is your death. Oh, so you say, come on, boss. Okay, so that's interesting. Come on, boss. Alright, let's do that. That's going to be helpful. If you're calling somebody boss, you're going to be somebody. Maybe the carpenter's mate. Or the bosun's mate, in fairness. But I feel like the bosun's mate is that guy who was ripped in half. That was this one, wasn't it? Okay. So, out of the way. What's going on? Stay back. Come on, boss. No, get down. Hey, catch.
What's going on? Stay back. It's already over the lake. Hey.
Okay. So then, you're not going to be the fourth mate steward.
On,
You're the fourth mate steward.
Hey, cats.
Because why else? Who else would you be possibly calling boss? Oh, no, not him. Who else possibly could be called boss in this stage? Just you. Which means you must be the fourth mate's steward. I can't see anyone else that you could possibly be. Which means we don't know who you are, little boy. Let's find you next then. So he was here at this point. You escaped during the doom. And this is when you escaped. There. So who could you possibly be? The ship's steward? Carpenter's mate? And that's basically it. Ship's steward or carpenter's mate. Or helmsman. We need to figure out... because we've got quite a lot of people locked off. So we need to figure out who we haven't got yet. So let's go back to here. So who haven't we at least categorized? You're not categorized. So you're either officer, helmsman, ship steward, one of the Chinese topmen, or this Scottish topman. You are with the topman, so I would call that likely. In fact, I think it's pretty likely that you are going to be Timothy Butchment. Let's see what happened in your death. Give it up. Yeah. I think you're going to be the unknown topman. Let's put that in. The Timothy Butchment topman. Which means... we've got our Chinese topman. Who are you then? You could only be one of these three. Or the ship's steward. Zungi Sathi. Okay. Similarly, so that's everyone else here categorized, right? So you're... let's go through your memories. When did you die? Yeah, it's so unhelpful. You died somehow in this fight. You're doing something with this cannon. So let's go to Abraham Akbar's death, which is right here. That's very convenient. Let's just ignore Abraham Akbar for a second. And go over here. Where... we haven't... oh, sorry, we're on the wrong loose cannon. I see. Yeah, we're on the wrong loose cannon. Okay, let's just try that again. We want to go to this loose cannon, is it? No. Wait. That's this loose cannon, sorry. Yep, okay. So they're both hauling on this. I mean, you definitely pretty much. I can't imagine what's happening to you. You just like were completely disappeared when you got exploded. But who would be here doing this right now? You were arming that cannon. So what job would be arming a cannon? Helmsman, carpenter, carpenter's mate, or ship's steward. I mean, I think the ship's steward seems more likely, right? I don't really know what a ship's steward is, though, is the problem. But let's put it in, because it seems likely for right now. Okay. So that means we're looking for the carpenter. How do we even figure out who the carpenter is, for fuck's sake? Let's go back to here. So we need to figure out. So we've got you two. I mean, a few stewards are chilling over here. And we've got. I mean, you're an unknown steward. You must be Samuel Galligan. We don't really know you're a steward, actually, do we? But what could you be? You're not a midshipman. You must be this second mate steward. I can't imagine what else you could be. You're so young looking. Let's put you in as Samuel Galligan. Problem is now we know we're getting some things wrong because we put in a few that just aren't working out. What's this one? Edward Nichols was shot with a gun by an unknown passenger. We can figure that out. Who were you shot by? Oh, that was this. You were shot by... We can figure this out. We know who you were shot by. Let's go there. You were shot by one of the Formosan Royal Guards, but we've named them both now, so that should be fine. I think this one, isn't it? I think it's this one.
Ahoy!
Chiotan. Boom.
Ahoy!
Done.
Wait! Don't shoot! I have treasure! I yield! Hold your fire!
Okay. So, carrying on. Yeah, so we have got a few in here that must be wrong. For example, that's wrong. That seems to be wrong. What's this one? Unknown student. We can try that one, I think. Let's go to John Naples. I think we can figure that one out. Death all the way down in the cargo hold. Right. Right, because we think that's the captain's steward. Because he's been with him for 20 years. Could he be the ship's steward? Maybe. Hard to say. He was killed with a sword by this man, Philip Dahl. Good. Okay, we're getting some correct. And that will helpfully tell us which ones we've gotten wrong, so that's good. Okay, we got Timothy Butemont. That's nice. We got Edward Nichols. Okay, so that's going to help us know which ones are wrong, which is good. So let's see which ones we know are wrong now. Wrong. This is not Charles Minor, or he wasn't torn apart. So this must be someone else. This must be the helmsman. I mean, I can't imagine it's someone else. Let's fix that. Okay, you're Finley Dalton. Thanks, we still don't know what happened to Charles Minor. That's really interesting. This is wrong. Oh no, sorry, that's what we just did. That's wrong. So that's not Sunki Sati. I mean, maybe then, I just don't know. Maybe you're the ship's mate. Maybe you're the ship's mate. I actually have no idea what, sorry, the ship's steward. I actually have no idea what a ship's steward is. Is the problem. We actually don't know that's wrong, but I just suspect it's wrong. This is wrong as well. That's not Davy James. We think he's a steward, but he might not be. Let's put you back to being an unknown steward. So you could be a carpenter. That would feel probable. That could be a carpenter's mate, actually. I wouldn't find it too crazy if that's a carpenter's mate. They could be young. Okay. Is there anyone else we know is wrong? No. Alright. So what happened to Martin? We don't know. Charles Minor. Okay, so the bosun's mate we know was torn apart. I mean, we just know that because if we go to the death of you, we see the squid's gone. Your mate was torn apart. The squid, where is my Frenchman? The squid's gone. Your mate was torn apart. So when the fuck? I mean, obviously at some point in the Doom. Unless that's just a lie and the captain killed him in here at some point. But I mean, that's so odd that you're not. So you and you two escaped. So, okay, maybe you're not the purser. Maybe you're the bosun's mate. Maybe they just think you were torn apart, but actually you escaped. That's interesting. Let's look at you. What does a bosun do again? I forget. What's a bosun? Let's check what a bosun does. Foreman in charge of general crew operations and the equipment required to sail the ship. You know, I'm going to call it. I'm going to think you're actually the bosun's mate. But then who's the purser? You being the purser is so clean. I think you're an unknown steward. Perished in the calling part 3. Shot with a gun by an unknown seaman. Let's look at you. We can figure out your death, I think. Because you're the one who got stabbed but then wandered off and then got shot. Which is such a brutal way to go.
What madness is this? 20 years my steward and never a doubt on your sanity.
Did we get you?
Explain yourself.
Philip Dahl. Did we lock that in? No. So you could still be the ship's steward. We don't actually know how you died, do we? I don't think you did die. I think you got locked in the lazarette. Okay. So let's go to you, your death. Here. Okay. No, we don't want to go to your death because... No, that's okay. Actually, we do want to go to your death. Maybe to this one, actually. So, right. After this, there was a guy. Where are we in time? We're at part 4. Maybe let's go forward 1 more. Well, you were shot right at the end. And we know who shot you. You were shot right at the end by somebody. So let's go to that one. Maybe we should check out the purser's office. That might be helpful. To see who's coming out of there at this point or something like that. So when you died, the guy who shot out the window.
Don't move. I'll get you down.
Not you. I think it was over there further. So that's actually unhelpful. What if we go to the death that happened afterwards? This one. When Hamadou died. Hamadou's death is there. That's the one. Who's that? George Shirley. George Shirley was the one who shot this guy. And I think you're going to be a mate. Or a steward. I think this one actually. Which leaves you. Oops. You as the second mate steward because you went Didn't you? I think you went on the boat. Yep. So you died on the boat. So let's go back to those boat memories. Who are you? Oh, Alexander Booth. You escaped. So let's go back to those boat memories. And that will be helpful. That took your death.
You're still breathing? Can you roll?
Is that it? Is that you? That's you. So you were killed somehow. Knifed. Is that a knife going in? I think so. So you're actually knifed by Beng. In, to be honest, a fair exchange. Okay. And we're pretty sure you're the second mate steward because you're with the second mate who came on this mission. And is hiding right there. Okay. Alright, that feels promising. Let's maybe take this opportunity to... Well, let's just see. Should we have 3 by now? 1. Yeah, we should. Oh, we can figure out Lars. We know Lars as well now. Let's go back to Lars's death, which I think is this one. Yeah. Because Lars was killed by you, and you are Nathan Peters. Nice. Okay, that'll tell us which of those ones we just got wrong. I hope the helmsman is correct. And it is. Okay. That's very interesting. So that means this 4th mate. Oh no. Wait, who was it? The 4th mate steward, sorry. This is wrong. But we think... So you must not be Davy James. You must just not be Davy James. Unless you weren't shot with a gun by George Shirley. Alright, let's go take another look at that.
Bloody day.
How is that?
So that's the one that's kind of around the corner. So the thing is though, his death is so interesting. Because he was... spiked. Obviously you were spiked. But you kind of staggered out here and discarded that spike over here. Somewhere over there. I don't know exactly where. And then we hear, come on, shoot the damn thing. And then a shot is fired by you. But the shot that you fire is not the right angle. There's another man, you, who I think is George Shirley. It looks like him. That shoots. You're just shooting at the right angle. You're shooting at just the perfect angle to get him. And I think we can even see the bullet path traveling through there. So I do think it is George Shirley that shoots you. If that's George Shirley. Kind of a whitish guy in pants. I don't know how to describe him. So our mission should be to confirm, is that George Shirley? So if we go to the previous... Because if that is definitely George Shirley, which we think it is, then the person we think you are, the fourth mate steward, is wrong, and you're actually someone else. Who else could you be, I wonder? So the previous one is this one. At this point, you know, you're still crawling out and you've dropped off your spike. That George Shirley? Nathan Peters, maybe. That's interesting. Could it have been Nathan Peters who shot you? Obviously it wasn't any of these people. Was it you? Henry Evans? Nah, I don't think so. You're not bald enough either. It was somebody bald. Pretty bald. Right, let's keep stepping back. If we keep stepping back, let's go to your death. Like here. You? No. Let's go to you two. So this is you. So you've already been spiked at this point. You were spiked over there. Handing out guns. George takes one. Wearing his white pants. Iconic. We got yours wrong too, but you're calling somebody boss. That's so weird. Are you sure you're not the fourth mate steward? I guess. We thought you were the fourth mate steward. You could be the ship steward, perhaps. Or literally anything, we don't know. You're going to have to be an unknown officer. And therefore, so are you. Person's mate. And where's the other unknown person? We're getting to the hard part, aren't we? What happened to you? You disappeared in Escape. I think let's try and figure out some escapees. So, here, we know you four disappear. And specifically, we know you disappear by getting on the boat. At this point. At this point, the ship is here. So between Azores and Madeira. So therefore, I think you must have gone to Azores. Or Madeira. But this is 3. So if it's Azores, we would have got it, and it's not. So therefore, maybe it's Madeira. Which is not in here. Hold on, let's look at that again. You know, it's like Africa, Canary Islands. Let's say Canary Islands. Europe. See, I don't know how to figure this out, kind of annoyingly. So let's try Canary Islands next. But that doesn't seem to be correct. Let's try Europe. Guess not. So, I mean, I just don't know how we're going to figure that out. You're alive somewhere, man. So, Nathan Peters, Alexander Booth, and you, who I think is the purser, escaped. You might not be the purser, though. We really don't know.
Hey! Come on, boss! No, get there! Hey! Cat!
Come on, boss. Come on, boss. What is he throwing? An axe? Who to? I mean, you are just the fourth mate steward. I'm so sure of it. Because you always hang out with the fourth mate. So then you are... Maybe you're not Hamadou Diom. Who else could you possibly be? Could you be one of these guys? I mean, just seems really promising. But you're actually, this is not correct because we've said clawed by a beast, and that's not right. So you must not be Hamadou Diom. So maybe you're the carpenter, which could make you the carpenter's mate. Where is Hamadou? Who we thought was Hamadou. There. So maybe you're him. So who are you then? The ship's steward? Which would make you the bosun's mate? Blasted by an explosion. Yeah. You could have been torn apart. And then you're... that. I mean, that just seems like it's all wrong, though, because otherwise we would have gotten some things correct. So how did you die? You were shot by George Shirley. You could be Charles Minor, though, because you totally just died during the attack in the Doom Part 4. So that makes sense. Nobody knows really what happened to you. Well, maybe that means you did get torn apart by the beast. It seems more likely you got exploded, though. Wait. I'm going to put you back to who you were. I think that just seems better. But who are you calling boss? Maybe we are going to put you back to being the carpenter for a bit. What happened to you? You disappeared in the Doom. What happened to you guys? Let's find out what happened to these folks. That will be helpful. So I think they were on the fight up top, weren't they? So So let's go up to the Doom fight up top against the Kraken. Let's start with the explosion death. So you were about to get torn apart. You were carrying guns around. So where are George Shirley? So you're in the process of falling overboard. I mean, we've kind of seen that already. Alright. That's fine. Let's go to the previous one, which is this one here. At this point, you're up to stuff. You're here. So what happens to you, George? And you, Waylay. Let's step forward into the next one, which is Abigail's death, and see if we can see you two up to anything. Because this is the last time you're seen. I don't even know what's happening to you right now. Nor do I know where Waylay is. He's just gone. He's just not here. Is Waylay even present? He's present. He's present. Is that him there? That's him. In the process of being killed by the tentacle beast. Okay. So I think we can pretty safely say he was crushed, strangled. Let's say crushed by the beast. Oh, there we go. So you are the carpenter's mate, which must mean yes. Great. Good, good. Okay, so we're making progress. So we are missing a seaman then. That's so interesting. We've got to figure out who that missing seaman is. We'll do that soon. Because right now, we need to confirm what we think happened to you. I would say drowned seems likely. You're holding onto this spear. That tentacle's about to go back into the water. So let's just call you drowned. By the beast. Alright. So let's also just confirm what we know is wrong. Wrong. Either you're not Charles Minor or you weren't exploded. So let's tackle that. I think exploded seems likely, which means you're not Charles Minor. So who could you be? Really, you're Duncan, which means you're Charles Minor. I could believe that. Duncan the Purser. But, I mean, I don't know who else you could possibly be, other than the ship's steward. Or just a seaman. You're the missing seaman. Oh, okay. Maybe you're Hamadou. So who's... Have we got everyone else up here? That's the missing seaman. Okay, you're the missing seaman, Hamadou. Probably. So then... You're probably still the purser. So who the hell is Charles Minor then? Ship steward, maybe. Oh, let's just say you were crushed, actually. Let's just say drowned. That seems right. So who the hell is the ship's steward? Have we got too many topmen or seamen or something? One, two. How many unknown seamen are we allowed? One, two. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're just gonna put yours on that seaman. We have too many unknown seamen, don't we? 1, 2. Three. I guess not. We just have 3 unknown seamen, that's correct. And you're one of the Russian ones, and you're one of the Russian ones. You. So therefore you're Hamadou Diom. If you're a seaman. Oh god, we just don't know who the fuck you are. You died from the explosion. Downstairs. Let's see what other memories you were in. You were here. Just asleep. If you were there and asleep, you're a seaman. You were here. You were here. I just think you're a seaman. I just think that's really likely. Wait, did we get this one right? Yes. Therefore we know that's Philip Dahl. Okay, that's good. You're one of these 3. You're just such a mystery. Maybe you're the bosun's mate. I think we did that though, didn't we? It seems promising still though. So who are you? If you're an unknown steward, you're therefore the ship's steward. Because we know the captain's steward is correct, and we're so sure the fourth mate steward is correct. Unknown topman. So you're one of these three. As are you. Let's just guess the Russians. I think we can guess the Russians. So if we guess you're this one and the other Russian who is somewhere, one of these guys, you're him. Okay, let's switch it up. Oh, that's so annoying. How did you die? Oh yeah, you were killed by a... You were both on the boats. So I think we've got none of the ones we've got locked in here correct. So I think we got you wrong. And you were exploded. Let's just put you back to what we think is correct. I think we've got you wrong. I mean, you're a steward though. You're obviously a steward. And you're either the ship's steward or the fourth mate steward. And this just seems so promising. These two are always together. Maybe you're you. And you're the fourth mate steward. And for some reason, there's just a close connection between you two. So weird. You have to be the fourth mate steward. And then you have to be the ship's steward. There's just so clearly nothing else you could be. And you were shot here. So Nathan and Alexander escaped. Duncan, if you are Duncan, and maybe you're not Duncan, maybe you're Charles, which would leave you to be Duncan. But why is the purser chilling down there? It's just so weird. Let's double check your Duncan. Maybe that's a good mission. If we can confirm that, I think that'll be helpful. So you were there, that's fine. You were there. You were there. So you were here for this. What were you doing during this bit? Let's go check that out. Why were you there? What were you doing when Charles burned to death, Mr. Probably Purser? No, it's on this floor. No, it's not. It's on down. So let's go to where that one burned. Here I think.
Where are you?
Looking for you. Duncan McKay. These two poor bastards. Where is he? You're not present, actually. Unless you're in your purser's office. But we aren't seeing that happening. Let's go closer. So this is the purser's office, is it? No, this is the carpenter's shop. That's maybe helpful to know, actually. Well, we already know who the carpenter is, actually, so never mind. We want to go up here because the purser's shop is this one. Yeah. So if we look at maybe your death. I believe.
Don't move. I'll get you down.
Ahaha. Definitely the purser then. Okay, good. Confirmed. Very much confirmed. Maybe you're right, but you weren't shot by George Shirley. But that just seems so correct. I wish we could confirm that. We can't get past the beast. But we can pretty much see that George Shirley was here. Well, we definitely know that's the person now, at least. And we know what happened to him. He ran off. Somewhere. But how the hell are we ever meant to figure out where... Oh. Where they're alive? That seems so impossible. Alright, anyway. We know that's the purser, guaranteed. I mean, all the stewards are like just hanging out. I think you are the fourth steward, you know. Which means I think you're, I guess, the ship's steward. Which leaves you as the bosun's mate. But I must be wrong about the shot by a gun by George Shirley. Who were you shot by a gun by? How did you die, Martin? Right, you died in the mysterious section. How did you die? You disappeared. You escaped on the boat with the passengers. We need one more that we can be kind of confident of, so that we can confirm. We're pretty sure about that. Oh, what if you're not George Shelley? What if you're Hamadou Diom? And then you were shot by Hamadou. So then who's George Shirley? You're the Russian. Maybe you're George Shirley. How do we figure out you are Alexander Booth? Maybe you're Hamadou and you're Alexander Booth. We should make you George Shirley again. No, you're Alexander Booth. Okay, you're George Shirley. And you were shot by Alexander Booth. I could see that, but again, it's wrong. Okay. We've got all the other stewards, so I mean, unless you're the ship's steward, and then you're the fourth mate steward. I could see that. Ship's steward. What the problem is, I don't know what a ship's steward is. Let's just Google this. Oops. A housekeeper of a ship. Yeah. This is very modern day, which is not necessarily helpful, but it seems promising. So if you're Zungi Sathi, you're a seaman. So we've got our seamen kind of mixed up here. I can believe it. So let's try and place our Russians and see. Maybe that'll answer our questions again. There we go. Okay, great. So we're making progress. We had got some seamen mixed up. So which one's right? That's George Shirley. Great. So I think that means our others are going to be correct. So we've got the disappearing Hamadou. Alexander Booth. Well, that's wrong. You were not drowned. You were maybe crushed by a beast. Okay. Or fell overboard. Could be. You're not Zungi. I think let's try and guess our Chinese topman, because there's not that many permutations of that either. Okay, so that's not right. There we go. Nice. We're getting pretty close. So we're almost at the point where we should do this. I imagine... Okay, so we have to complete each chapter first. Alright. Okay, so I have to complete each chapter and then I'll unlock the final chapter. So you're the last topman. There are no more topmen. Well, that's promising, because that means we've gotten that wrong. What the fuck? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Are you... You are? Are you speaking Chinese? That's weird. Let's go to this. Let's figure out who you are. You're not a topman. That's for sure. So... the main deck in the middle. Okay. That's this one, isn't it? Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
So you're translating at this point,
You
Huang
know about these things.
Captain is
About the
interrogating,
chips and your debt.
and this man is holding them. So who could you be? Could be Charles Minor, but you're not Charles Minor, and that's really all you can be. You could be Hamadou. You could be Hamadou Diom. So then, who's this? With an unknown fate. You disappeared on the boat. You're Charles Minor. Right. If you're Hamadou, you're Alexander Booth. You were shot by Alexander Booth. Right. You're Charles Minor then, probably. Okay, that seems promising.
这是虾米？故意来，全部供出来。拢是名牌。
Yeah.
Shell? What shell?
I think I need to figure out. Yeah, this is so tough. I don't know who the fuck you are. I need to do this. I need to do the disappearances. Specifically in escape. This is gonna be the secret, I think. Because I have no clue how to figure out what happened to them after they left the ship. That seems so impossible. Let's go. So the memory where they escaped is the one. Henry Evans sent me the book. Is that right? Henry Evans sent me the book. Right, of course. So that tells me what happens to Henry Evans. Oh, that's so good. Thank you. So he's alive. Where is he? It says where he is. He's in with the French Office of Affairs in Morocco. Okay. So he's in Morocco. Presumably the other two are in, the other ones here are all in Morocco. Morocco. Which, as we all know, is in Africa. So they just fled to Africa. If they're all together still. Which they are, thank God. Okay. Great, that is Hamadou. Perfect. And that confirms that this I really wish I'd done that one first so I could confirm if that was frickin' what's his face. This guy's everywhere. Maybe this is the ship's steward. He's like so active. Whatever. Okay. So then the question of what happened to these guys is very interesting. Nathan Peters, Charles Minor, and Duncan McKay. Well, I mean, did they drown? No. They're alive somewhere. Maybe they're alive in the Azores? Because I think that's where the boat was. Oh no, the boat, that was in the Canary Islands. Okay, so maybe they're alive in the Canary Islands. Let's try that. Guess not. How are we going to figure out where they went? Maybe one of them at some point talked about going to, you know, somewhere. Let's see what Charles Minor, where he talked about going. So maybe Charles Minor talked about, oh, one day I'd love to go to the Canary Islands, you know, something like that. This is wishful thinking, but let's try it anyway. Era Dara, you fools. Don't know what that means. Well, so they obviously didn't say where they were going here. You don't think there's going to be like a map or something, do you? It's this one, isn't it? Yes. I think yeah. I'll figure that out later. I want to just see if I can figure out where they're planning on going.
No cause for trouble, boys.
Also, you're French,
In the boat.
you're British, and you're the purser. Where are you from, Duncan? Scotland. So, let's not overthink it. They're going home. They're going back to Europe. They're going home. No. Okay. So this is the Doom, I think. Yeah, this is the Doom. So this is when the Kraken attacks, but kind of coincidentally before that, these guys just head off and leave. Unless they get killed by the Kraken on their way out. But why would that have happened? Do they have the magic shell with them? That would make sense, wouldn't it? Maybe they've taken the shell. So, I mean, we can't really see it, but maybe one of them has it. If one of them has the shell, then that means they've drowned, because the shell kind of, from what we suspect, the shell activates from drowning. Whoa. Maybe they got drowned by the beast. No. Oh. Oh, okay. So they did get... So they must have had the shell on them. Okay, so that's not Davy James. That's good to know. Oh no, it is Davy James. Okay, that's also good to know. How far into the game am I? This is how far. I feel like I'm pretty solidly far through. So, oh, we didn't put them all in, did we? Okay, so they had the shell with them, I guess. That makes sense. Okay. So you either didn't fall overboard, well, maybe we can put you in as crushed, to be honest. Last we saw of you, you were getting stabbed. I should check their final memory I bookmarked. Which one? Sorry? This one? Is that the one you mean, Megafire? Oh wait, yeah, they're in this memory. What the hell? I didn't expect them to be in this memory. So they must have gotten killed by the beast and they're in its belly and that's why they're in that memory. That's weird. Oh. Oh my god, I didn't even see that. That's crazy. How did I not see that they're right here? Whatever. Fine. That makes sense. So we've got these correct then. So this must be wrong. But Alexander Booth, or whoever this guy is, the guy we think is Alexander Booth but might be someone else. But there's not really many other people for him to be. It could be Nathan, but we're pretty sure Nathan's the other guy because he talked about his brother and here they are, brothers in arms. So this, he must not have been crushed. I don't know what we'd call him, drowned by the beast? The last we saw him, or fell overboard maybe is fair, fell overboard. Last we saw him he was stabbing the beast. Then we don't really know what happened after that. We know this guy's wrong. I don't know. This guy's must be the ship's steward. I don't know who else he could be. Unless maybe you're the bosun's mate. Who do we think the bosun's mate is? We think you're the bosun's mate. So maybe you're Alexander Booth. Oh, okay, there we go. So that is the bosun's mate. Ah, nice. Alright. We're getting there. We're closing out our last few. Oh, that was just 2, was it? Weird, that was just 2. So you're the bosun's mate. You're a French fucker. We can just say you were torn in half because somebody else reported that. And therefore, you were shot by you. Boom. Alright, so that's that. I think that means we're off the boat. Oh, it is a French sailor's outfit. You're so right. Yeah, cool. Through the stories being told here, huh? But I think I know all the stories being told. Yeah, I know the plot that has taken place, right? Like, I know, you know, the shells. What about the cow's story? I don't know the cow's story, I guess. It's, where is it? It's anywhere. But like, I know, you know, well, I don't know why. I don't know exactly how, for example, the second mate found out about the kind of Formosan treasure and kind of stole it. Like, I don't know exactly why that happened. He was just kind of rifling around inside the treasure of the Formosans and found that magic shell and was like, alright, I'm going to steal that. I'm gonna frame this other guy for the murder and then steal that shell. Then we're gonna get out of here. Uh-oh, mermaids attack. And, you know, kill all my dudes. And likewise, my dudes killed some mermaids. I'm heading back. Oh, don't shoot me, I'm coming back, Nope, shot, dead. And now, all the mermaids and demons and shit keep attacking because the shell was unsealed from its safety box or whatever. And that's when it all went wrong, until the captain did something to prevent it from going wrong, did something that involved the death of a few characters, because we don't know what the fuck happened to them. But we know they don't exist at this point, where finally the rest of the crew killed the captain. And, or you know, tried to kill the captain, failed, and the captain offed himself. And a bunch of people fought. And that's the story. Now let's get out of here. Where's the frickin'... is it this? Where's the frickin' exit? Get me over this goddamn ship. Here we go. I want to see what the captain did.
We should go. Storm's nearly about, so we won't be coming back. Finally. Sit down so you don't fall out.
Row that boat, dude. Alright, a reply from Henry. Criminal. So now we just assess everyone's criminal liabilities. Extraordinary value for Winston Smith. I agree with that. Fate spiked. Wait, so how did Emily murder a crewmate? I don't understand that. Murder of crewmate. Oh, that's right, yes. That's right, she did. She shot somebody, I can't remember. Paul Moss was trying to help them escape. Tragic. Extraordinary valor. Peter Milroy. That's so true. Fucking rode an explosive barrel. What a way to go. Yeah, they all did good, those midshipmen. They were training well. Oh yeah, Maba definitely deserved extraordinary valor pay. Marba was the real hero. But Henry Evans can't have known. Well, yeah, I'm coming. Isn't that right? Henry Evans escaped during the Doom. Oh no, he escaped during Escape, I guess. But he can't have known what happened at the very end. At the very least.
Can you believe it? A package at this hour? Oh, the thing smells just dreadful. Better you don't open it inside.
Time to find out about the final chapter.
Tea's in the kitchen.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But he left the pages blank. Oh. Yeah, fair enough, Jane. Yikes. Gross. Oh, cool. Whose hand is this? That's cool. Oh, the monkey. Right.
To that door. Gone. There's no time. We need to go. Right. What are you up to?
Captain? Oh, the surgeon. So Henry shot his monkey. And that's... Oh, that's Mon. He's been spiked. Oh. And that's Philip Dahl, the man who went crazy. So... did they, like... try and... So how does it work? So, like... they tied the monkey to a rope, chucked it in, and then shot it. Sacrificed in the pursuit of knowledge, huh? Interesting. Interesting. So they could see what had happened in the lazarette.
A third shell. Captain didn't toss them all. Leave it. Help me lift this. Stop! Why? Well, set you free. Give it the shell. Here.
hoist it out. To the main deck. Throw it over. Lock the door when you leave.
Because they'd taken the key and locked it. My god.
You return. The ship. The Obra Dinn. See it home.
Oh, Jesus. Oh. So they gave it the shell so they could set it free with the hope that it would then just kind of leave them alone. What was he, spiked, was he? Looks like he was spiked. I'm gonna say he was spiked. Wait, what? Who am I? Oh. A mermaid? Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Withdraw the Kraken, or I will kill you all!
So the captain went in there and started murdering. But I didn't get the impression that the mermaids spoke English, but clearly they do. Just off murdering some mermaids.
Call it off, damn you! This is your Kraken! You brought it here! Send it back!
Oh, so the shells, that's what the sparkling in the ocean is it? That makes sense. I don't know if I meant to, like, think very poorly of the captain for this. Like, he didn't ask for any of this shit, for the demons and mermaids and everything to attack. He's just kind of doing his best. And in fairness, they have been attacked by monsters. It's kind of not the worst thing in the world for him to threaten them to call off their monster. Is that horrible to say? The captain seems like a good dude to me.
What's this?
Just kind of doing his best.
Quicksilver.
Burned by the box. Classic. Gotta be careful of that box. It'll burn you, Philip. But so Philip defo went crazy and stabbed the other dude. Was that also part of the, you know, torment of the box? I guess so. I guess it was. Yeah. They shouldn't have brought the mermaids in. They shouldn't have done any of it, really. I mean, they just shouldn't have invited the Formosan royalty to stay on their ship. That caused all the problems. Well, no. The second mate stealing their treasure caused all the problems, but... yeah. So is that it? I guess that's it. The Obra Dinn has been returned. Oh my god, are those the shells? No. Second book. Good game. Quite fun. Oh. Oh, that is a fun note. Oh. God, so many voices in this game. It was like, I mean, I guess there wasn't that many voice lines, but solid amount of voicing done. Solid amount of voice actors. Yeah, he didn't save many people, did he? Like the guy who got his arm chopped off by the crazy captain's mate. Yeah. He saved the helmsman, did he? The helmsman was like torn in half. What do you mean he saved the helmsman? Oh, I guess he saved the helmsman when the helmsman did get stuck by a spear, didn't he? Yeah, I forgot about that. Carpenter did well. When did this game come out? Let me double check. "2018. Good game. Yeah, no, you get to the stage with puzzle games where you've like spent so much time with them, you're kind of just ready for them to wrap up. So little hints, I think, at that point are helpful. I was kind of just like I knew, I don't know, I knew the 3 Chinese topmen, and I was just guessing those. I knew the 2 Russians, and I just guessed those at the end. I'm sure there was a way to like definitively know who was who, but I just was kind of like, I'm happy to just do, you know, it's only a few permutations, doesn't feel too cheap. Their shoes. Right, when they're in their bunks. That makes sense. Yeah. Anyway, who can be bothered? Yeah. Alright, well, that's the end of our stream for today, I think. Thanks for tuning in, folks. And a quick reminder, we'll be doing, during the Sunday stream in the schedule, we'll be doing, that's when we'll do our game over stream for Tunic. So we'll be talking more about Tunic and finishing that up and announcing next month's game as well and doing giveaway for it and stuff. So make sure you tune in on Sunday to find out what game we'll be covering next month and potentially win a copy of that game and talk about Tunic and have a good time. But thanks for joining, everybody, and have a good evening or morning or whatever it is. It's almost 1 a.m. for me, but whatever it is for you, have a good one of them. Bye.